Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to HIMediaTV. I'm your host, M from HIMediaTV, and welcome back to a quick dual commentary. Today, I have a fun one with you where you have two scumbags decking it out, so you don't have to. So it's going to be Schadenfreude for you regardless. I am playing Striker, not just any Striker, Runic Striker. Yes, because I am a terrible human being. So I go for the engage. I'm just trying to feed stuff out of my deck. I don't really have anything great at this point. I go into the Rose just to get it out the deck. I'd like to use a linkage at some point. I don't know what my opponent's using at this point. Go into a Kagari. Use a Kagari to get the engage. Activate the engage. Or trying to activate Widow Anchor. There's negate the Kagari, so that gets me my third thing. Activate engage, get my linkage, activate the linkage, get the Shizuku, set 2, set the Hornet Drones and the called by and pass, do the Shizuku shuffle, get to the multi-roll. Alright, my opponent draws one card, I don't know what they're playing, I'm like, great, it's branded, and then they instead go into Typhon, I'm like, my brother in Christ had Albats, and I'm like, okay, fine. They go Typhon, set 2, run over my Shizuku, pass. I draw Harpies off the top. Let's go. Wipe their board. And then I see that they have Ring of Destruction in different dimensional barrier. And I realize, oh no, I'm dealing with Trap, Stall, and Burn. I activate the multi-roll and pop my area 0 to get a Space Ray out onto the field. Ray goes into the Kagari once again because I want my engage back. To get my engage back, activate the engage in subsequent me to get glorified pot of green. I get an Afterburners to get rid of that Typhon and draw a Runic tip off the top. We're off to the races. I use Afterburners to get rid of the Typhon. Kagari goes into the Hayate, and then I ruin, and then I go to the battle phase, attack to activate Hayate's effect. This is when they use a Mahamana, the Fairy Dragon, to deal a 100 points of damage. I send a Ray to the graveyard just to get her out of the deck, and use the Widow Anchor to steal the monster, get a Z, and main phase 2 regardless. I shuffle use the Zeke to go into a Shizuku just so I'm clearing my monster zones, and then at the end of the turn I activate Runic Tip, but to get a Fountain to hand. But I'm electing to keep Fountain because I want to have something to use it with. I get a Hornet Drones during end step, activate multi-rolls for the Widow Anchor, set a Sharp Cannon, set the Engage in Grave. And we are now ready for turn number 4. I'm feeling pretty good going into this, and they double T set pose. That pass. I'm like, awesome. Alright, cool. Let's delete these back row because this is going to be pretty critical. I activate roll to get rid of the Shizuku. Activate the Runic Fountain in tandem. Get a Ray to hand just so I can do something, and I draw an area 0. Boo. Activate the Hornet Drones just so I can get it out of rotation. Use the Ace Scratch or Ace Token to go into a Hayate. Unfortunately, your boy is not particularly smart and forgot about the battle phase effect of Runic. So I get a linkage back onto the field and keep it pushing. My opponent draws a card, can't do anything, passes back to me. Yippee! I need to get something off the field now. I Hayate, add an extra card to hand to the graveyard. I send the engage because why don't I? And then I use the linkage to go into a Kagari just to open up something resembling, other paths. They used their Max C at this point. I don't know why it was at this moment, but they did. I can't buy the grave of the Max C. We are still playing fine, all things considered. Max C gets banished, Kagari's effect activates in sequence, and I get back my engage. Pot of Freak over, and they have Marshmallow. Yay! Don't you love turn decks? Engage activates where I add another Afterburners because Marshmallow's not immune to targeted destruction. And I draw a think it was a Eagle Booster. Anyways, I activate the effect of Smiting Storm, send 3 cards to my opponent's Banish Zone, Afterburners, Marshmallow, as well as their still hidden face down card. They tried to burn me with a surprise double barrel. Doesn't matter. I draw 2 cards off of the Runic Fountain, get a Destruction and a Widow Anchor, and I get the Kagari, and I use the multiple to then engage down and after. So they set 1 card, and I'm feeling pretty good at this point. They're a trap burn deck that has lost all of their momentum. I am now electing to bully the shit out of them. I use my Runic tip that I got, just the tip, to get the Allure. And I thought, oh, this is going to be fun. After the Allure, I activate the Engage, I get the Linkage, and I draw 1 off the top, a second TTT. Not really useful, but whatever. I activate the Widow Anchor and the Sharp Cannon in sequence, and then I activate Destruction as a 3rd thing. Runic Destruction pops the back row. 4. Sharp Cannon banishes the Fallen About Bed. I ain't risking that. And the Widow Anchor against my Kagari because the effect has already gone off this turn. Runic Alert activates 3 times in a row. And Runic Fountain's effect activation. And I figured, let me just draw 2 cards. I activate Linkage as the 5th link in the sequence. You see what I did there. Just so I can activate Allure again. I get out the Kaina, because there's really not much else I can go into at this point. And Allure just continues to banish more and more and more of the draw. I added the archetypal Kaiju to hand just to get out the deck, because I don't want to draw it. I activated the Ego Booster so we can get more quick effects being activated. Ha 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 ha. Allure is just banishing more and more and more. I activate the other Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage to get another linkage to hand, and I draw a Raigeki off the top. I set the linkage, activate the multi-roll, get the Widow Anchor out, as well as another engage, and we are at a point where this is just objective bullying, if we're being so for real. They set a card, pass, I draw, I got a Freezing Curses, nothing really I can do with that. I go to Mobilize, Engage, and get the Jamming Waves. I unfortunately at the time did not completely understand how Jamming Waves works. I thought it worked one way when it didn't, when I could have just done it a different way. Either way, I activate Slumber to banish another 3 cards off the top by protecting my Kaina. Allure activates, and so does Fountain Sequence, and then I like to use another Widow Anchor, targeting my Kaina to negate its effect, whatever. I just want to banish more of their cards. I get a Smiting Storm off the top. Allure activates. Smiting Storm activates after the Allure. I just banish another card of theirs, whatever. Allure activates. They are now sitting at a cherry 11 cards, and I banish another thing off the top. I get rid of the Fountain because I'm basically done with it for this turn, and I go for an Area 0, hoping to get whatever things are just left to get rid of. I forgot that I wanted to see how many striker cards were left in the deck. None. I get a Widow Anchor and a Sharp Cannon on field with the multi-roll during the end phase. During the draw phase, they set a 2nd card, change turn. So, I draw a Freezing Crystal at the top, nothing I can really do with that, so I decide to do the Widow Anchor, Sharp Cannon shenanigans with the Allure, banish if you can. Banish a Typhon in their grave, negate the effect of Kaina, gain a little life points. Runic Allure activates twice. They're now down to 8 cards. Very funny. I activate the Jamming Waves because I can activate it. I pop their Magic Cylinder, you fucks, and pop my Kaina so I can get the Runic Beasts out there. Gary allows me to get back my Runic Fountain, and now since we're having a balmy 6 cards in hand and in deck, I get to just start recycling the best stuff. Unfortunately, I forgot about the end phase stuff, so I just went to the battle phase to get rid of things, so on and so forth. Multi-roll gets me an Afterburners and an Eagle Booster. Eagle Booster is just for more Allure targets, Afterburners in case they summon something. They activate Lord of the Heavenly Prison, I activate Eagle Booster in tandem. You will get no draws if I have anything to say about it. Runic Allure activates, and now they're down to 5 cards in deck. One more turn, this is a wrap. I draw the Runic Slumber, quite literally exactly what I need. I target the Gary, they send 3 off the top, and then colors activates, so does Fountain. I get to draw 4 cards because I had 3 of them in the deck. In the graveyard, rather. I got a tip and a destruction, and we're going to give them just the tip. Not because I needed to actually search anything, but because that brings us to deck out. Of course, activating Ruinic Allure and Afterburners is very funny. They elect to use the effect of Lord of Heavenly Prison. I call for the grave, not because I need to, but because I will regardless, and I think it's very funny. And then, after I banish their last Marshmallow, they summon Lord of the Heavenly Prison. This means absolutely nothing, and just out of pure spite, after the Allure procs, I use a right deck, pop it, and they don't even wait to see their turn. Very funny. Much Schadenfreude. Please direct your hate comments, your hateful words in the comment section below. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to talk to me outside of this video, outside of live streams, or just join the community and be a part of it, you can do so at HIMediaTV/Discord. Discord links there. We'd love to have you. And given the financial situation of the economy right now, I know this is a tall ask, but if you have the scratch to spare, please consider donating and becoming a supporter at HIMedia.gg/tip. All of our perks are serviced through our Discord channel, including early access videos, exclusive videos, and more. Your generosity is a blessing, and $1 a month is a boon to my mental health. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day.